Alright, we're back with this series with Massalia, which is continuing to expand into Iberian territory, where it's a land of various tribes. We've recently expanded into this part, which is to take this area here, even though it has no coastal port, but what this one has. And we're doing this as part of the Vulcan League mission. That and the Massalian Coast. We just need one more territory, and that's this port here, to have a Massalian Coast in the Iberian region. And every member of the Alpha family will gain 10 loyalty after this. And the province of Castitania, Septentrionis, and okay, try that again. Septentrionialis. You know, it's Latin, not Greek. Oh. Heads up to local tax and faster population assimilation. So yes, we know that our grip on the surrounding area is slipping, and already many Vulcan trade posts have fallen or become defunct. So we must assert authority with new fervor, and that's what we're here for. We already own the other two, as we have them as a subject, which I'm keeping them as a subject for a long time, because they are a small but useful ally on the Iberian front, especially when we go down further. Especially with to get to a trading block, which you just need more ports of Hellenistic culture, which means we've got to import more Massalians, or well, assimilate them. I mean, we have 5 out of 8 of our culture. And then the Vulcan League, which we may form in the future. That's going to be the long-term goal. As long as, well, Carthage doesn't advance anymore to Iberian territory. Otherwise, we're going to have a hard war against them. So, we already own some of this. Claim one subject. We own Carchedon, which is Carthage in Greek. Maybe one day, this city, if we can expand more to this, which will probably fight them in the future, to get some more trade goods, especially food, where this city will one day be better than Carchedon over there. Which, of course, to you Westerners, it's Carthage. Anyways, speaking of the West, we have this, and then we have to continue on along the coast, like taking more territories, such as Malacca, which, by the way, I looked it up. It's not a Greek origin. It's rather, well, Phoenician. It was a Phoenician colony, and yes, the Phoenician name of that city is Malacca. Even though in Greek that has a different meaning, depending on context, of course. I will not utter it here to tell you what it exactly that means. I'm sure you people, even to the simplest knowledge of the Greek language, may know that. Then after we get to Malacca, then we'll go to Massalian, which is held by the Turdetania. So after we get that, and then, well, we have to fight Carthage itself to own the Straits of Heracles, Straits of Gibraltar. And I notice on the aggressive markets, which means you have to have at least 5 of the following, which are true, as in own, a few more cities, including down there, Urtki, and a little bit more of the North African coast. So, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the most likely areas if we want to control those ports. Which, again, if you want to complete this mission, form the Vulcan League. And of course, if you get the aggressive markets done by owning any of these territories, unless we have these people as subjects to save us a bit of time, and then the Olispan ambition, which means own this area. Yes, that westernmost province out of all of them. Unless you want to say this one, but that's just settlements. So that means, yeah, with that, then we could springboard to another port up here, then to there, and all the way to Tony. One would think, is that our real ambition? I don't know. I just want to form the Phocian League. That's the real goal. Because I noticed that Rome owns this area, so if Rome's going east, I'm going west. And before we, head out west, well, down along the coast first, I have no desire to go up north as of this time, except for these two areas, but that's to get the rest of Transalpine Gaul under our control, under my governance. And yes, it's me, Memnon, who's 53 now, and I'm still leading this army, in which I'm sure one day, not saying we're going to become any braver, after all, I was a politician, but I'm a prominent politician, have the most senatorial influence out of all, because as you look at the most influential faction members, Memnon has 68, the traditionalist Menelaus has 40, while the old Democrat has 27, so they're just not prominent. It's only a matter of time before, whenever that man, dies, then I'm sure someone in that family will, or whoever's the most prominent Democrat. I hope there'll be prominent Democrats far in the future. But I couldn't help but notice, when I look at the disloyal characters, well, I will persuade you. Stick with me, because we're going to need you to transport this army across, because we're setting up for the next war that we are good and ready. Well, to Carchedon. And once they land, then they'll be at the border, then declare war, and we'll take this port. Even though it's got a fortification. Idea, but that's far in the future. So if we want to control this area, then control the rest of it. And these people are part of what I would call the Iberian League, a defensive league that was formed possibly in response to the growing power in the middle. And Doikdequia, not sure how to pronounce that, it's Celto-Iberian. But now they're going to be in it all together. So we'll be fighting all of them, not just them, but everybody else. So this war might be a little tough. Although I could have landed there in Hemeroscopium, but that zone of control is there. So it's better to take it from behind. They're not part of it. But a good portion of them, some of them are democratic republics, and a few of them are still settled tribes of what we're up to. So it's a mixture. And yes, we'll be paying more of the money. In the meantime, get over here as the ships are on the way. And don't worry about that civil war threat. One of those guys who has quite a bit of power base, so I was about to say him. He'll die off slowly. And as for the other man, Menelaus, yeah, slowly but surely he'll die out. Don't worry about it. Memnon will lead the country to victory once again, despite the fact that he lacks military skill. But we put him there, as he's got many lower cohorts. So that's in both armies. Not the Mercenaries, led by Xenophid. Which he's doing all right for the man of his age. Remember, two objectives. This port and that port. These are two areas we must take. But if it's in the province, then we'll take it as well for more resources. We don't want to get all the ports. I mean, it's easy just to spring, ship by ship to move troops across until we eventually get over there. Which, matter of fact, I think after this one, when we deal with all of them, I think our next target should be over there. I mean, we know that it's kind of outside of our naval range. I mean, just barely in the naval range. But not into the ports proper unless occupied. So we know our next target after this one. And yet, back in Alexander's day, they wanted to go east. We go west. So, let's go. Our great western journey continues. And those damn pirates are at it again. Trust me when I tell you. I know where those pirates come from. They come from over there. What other areas that has more ports? I recall there's a map mode where you could see, pirates and whatnot. Because I saw it. If not, I was looking at... Aha! Pirate Haven. This is one where they came from. And there's the other. And that one too. We're going to have to eradicate this pirate threat for good during peacetime affairs. Once they're in position, start the war. So we're still paying the mercenaries bit by bit because we're not letting them go yet. We still need them. And I'm sure with the amount of gains we may get a good income. Especially this old city here, which is mainly populated by Iberians. Who's the culture? As in main culture, like who lives there mainly? Ah, that's Italian. Well, we're gonna have to send we know there's a lot of us Massalia as of late. Here it is. Found colony. I'm going to use this for once. Add Nova Iberia. Gains colony. Province Occitania will lose 20 loyalty. Massalian populations will be sent to found a colony in Macedonian territory. So, their culture won't like us more. Because, well, we're taking land from them. So, this is the best way to ensure lasting loyalty to regions is always be to send those we trust to rule it for us. Let us send a number of trusted Massalian men and women to build new life deep in foreign territory. It's a new frontier, people. So we're sending them over there. That's by the river. We already have a city there. So why not a few more over there? Add Nova Iberia, a Massalian colony. The arrival of Massalian settlers has hardly endeared the local population to us, but the foundation of a colony in this area is without a doubt the best way to exert control here in the long run. Soon even the local inhabitants will see how our city will prosper and surpass any previous settlements that they may have had in this area before this land was confiscated. This is for the best. So from all the cities that we currently hold that are of a Massalian majority, we'll go over there. So, over time, and it'll last till the end of the game. Ooh, boy. So we're attracting, well, not yet, but in time, if we ever had a city there. Wonder if that same applies to, this area here. Those, West Italians that live there. Like if we were to settle a colony there, even though we did annex their people. First, oh, they're very loyal. Let's do that too. Yep, we're becoming those type of people. Okay, that's okay. We already have one that's ongoing. Does not have colonial ventures. We're doing one. Okay. As we colonize this region, this province, now, march. Go deal with those pirates and don't let them get away. We will eradicate the pirate threat one day. In position. Right. I mean, we got our manpower. We have the momentum both politically and militarily. With the acquisitions of more cities, that'll further add up to the economy and the maximum manpower, as well as the amount that we gain. And with thanks to their support that we're trying to populate the promotion faster. Like slaves can become freemen to, you know, bolster the manpower. Let's do it. Memnon is ready to lead the army to victory. So Syracuse doesn't need to be called, and neither is them. We will need these two for the future conflict with the Carthaginians for Sardinia. But we're against a whole lot of tribals with a few democratic republics amongst them. But we do have a few friends from the Gauls. They do have quite a few cohorts and fairly stable. So that means, well, Memnon, which is me, and the Mercenaries will fight on the northern front until we get reinforcements from the Gauls. As they will come on down here. And the elite army will fight in a Custantinian front. Massalia, Custantinian. Yeah, you got it right. But don't underestimate these numbers. We don't know how good their generals are, as well as they may be creating more cohorts since they got manpower. Move in. Here's one example. One of their clan chiefs. Chiefess. For now. Let's catch him. No, couldn't. He got away. Remember, back us up. Ah, son. Or this other person. These are bad candidates. Really? I mean, I knew you would have a family by now. You have a son named after my father, who is your grandfather. That's nice of you to acknowledge that. We'll send you to compete. I don't think you'll win because, well, gee, you're a poet. And you're prominent like me. We do come from a prominent family, so let that tradition continue. Maybe we ought to find you the position with that kind of finesse you have. Oh yeah, I'm a grandfather now. And the boy's already foolish. That's not good finesse. I honestly kind of want to watch out for this boy because, you know, just want to keep an eye on him. I'll look after him while we got a war going on meanwhile. Oh no, the supply limit here is good. Let's get together here. We can't help you, sorry. Just get to us and you'll be fine. I'll take it. It seems you did your job in dealing with the pirates. I could tell by your low morale. Get back to port. This is their capital fort. And after that, we'll take the Tortosa, then regions under our control. Come on, stick with us. Remember, the Gauls are on their way. Well, assumingly. You're gonna have to ask access first if you want to support us. No. Not my wine. Oh. We got a tough customer there. In fact, with their combined strength, they could definitely, you know, yes, they could definitely overwhelm us. But their forts will slow them down. Seems they're not gonna go defend their territory. Tell you what, once we get this fort down, get to the fleets. Let the Gauls handle the northern front for us. Oh, gee. When that fort falls, they have a clear way to get to here. We need to regroup. I mean, I knew there were many of them. I didn't think there would be this many with their clan retinues and such. So what I mean? Don't underestimate them. Wait a minute, this is a holy site? Interesting. But, yeah, you may want to stay here. This is hills. This is defendable territory. Alright, Gauls are finally arriving. I guess they found their way in, but... And you're coming too, right? I invite you both here. I mean, you can get across here. Why aren't you moving? You got a civil war, or do you have a disloyal? Because we need to go help our guys. Don't get jittery. Okay, go. Move. Get to the ships, quick! What the hell are you guys doing? That was desperation on your part. Mad bastards. Get on board. The city is fallen. That's a settlement. This is a city. We'll see what we can do from here as soon as we're about to coast. Should we just assault them straight on? Because they outnumber greatly. Look at that. One false move and it could be all over. You have to be in this sea zone. Okay, we found our opportunity. Alright. What day is it? 16th? We're going to be arriving on. It's going to be a few cohorts. We'll be around 16th. Wait 1 day. We'll be moving. We'll arrive on 17th. Yeah, cut them off. It's a good move. But we gotta come in right now. So yes, Memnon's gonna lead his troops along with Xenocrates, despite the name of the mercenary band. Didn't know you could change the name, but anyways. This is going to be suicidal, boys. There's going to be a few pockets as they're going that way. Let the Gauls handle the business now. Tactic is fine. Okay, find a way to counter that. Bella, no, I need something better than that. That would do little for the effectiveness of the unit, so. We made them back off. Well done! We took quite a bit of losses, but they got inflicted more. And of course, you get your popularity. And we got one of their generals. We drove them out of here. Now, there's not a lot of room for all of us, but just advance to up there. If they dare to come up here again. Come on, move up. There's enough supply for all of us. No, this one, this area. The best one's a 12, just like Aerophilos. Add arms. Alright, got some bonus light infantry ready to employ, seemingly from out of nowhere. No, that doesn't reset the siege if you stand by. Yeah, they're gonna try to retake that fort back. While they begin their siege, as I said, let the Gauls handle this one, or we'll take this front. Because we didn't realize they're bringing that many. Clearly they do. You tend to underestimate clan retinues. Status quo. Okay, it's taking them time. That's good. And the Gauls are doing well. I doubt the Gauls would find little opposition, whereas we got all the way over here. Alright, it's liberated. To be fair, they didn't have much of food. This area... So get ready, we may assault them. We'll be in position. Ready to attack. And we may have to get them too. It's part of the same province that we needed for more food. They're backing off. We got him. Might win. Right, let's support him. All together now. Oh, need more support. Hardy bastards they are. Just one more to this, then objective's ours. We don't have to necessarily expand all the way over there. But as for them, yeah, this area we do need to expand. But I think we're better off just kill the heck out of their armies, so they wouldn't be a threat to anyone else's. shall find them. Alright, city's falling. Doing very well here. So you should advance up here. Let's take this area. Because I don't know if we'll get that too. Because, you know, it's marble stone. There's barely any food up there. At least the food resources, that is. Trade with Carthage again, a future enemy. Why not? We're linking up. Sort of. Investment. What do they invest? Whatever they're doing, that's gonna cost them their fortress. Oh yeah, we still need this one on its back, but we have to take that down. Well done. Now, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of dangerous just to send everybody up there. Well, we have a skilled mercenary captain, if you want to call it that. Because this fort hasn't been taken down yet, where we could support them. So we want to go up to this front, have them, and knock them out of the war and make it our territory. But be careful. You don't know what's up there. If you're going to occupy, please occupy the hills before the enemy realizes what we're doing. This is what I fear. Get back. Guess he was one of the prisoners that we got. This place is fallen. Let them have their victory. We'll get up there and finish them off. So here. Scorpion, what the hell are you doing up there? Let's get him. Get him while that morale is still down. There's going to be more reinforcements. I don't know how the hell they're holding them off like that, but they are. Now we're here. The last of the archers were about to retreat, and we came and saved them. Full force. Remember, most of the casualties was by our ally. There are archers and light infantry of the Homeroscopian origin. Well, they just did their best to hold them off. It seems one would think that these guys here had their own Battle of Thermopylae moment. The 300 Spartans moment. We kicked them out of here. Well, we took our fair share. General and a friend of the Archon of the... I mean, we could use you. I mean, you're silver-tongued like meat, you're shrewd, but uncaring, and righteous. Yeah, I wish we could have someone like you in our ranks. But, unfortunately, the war ain't over yet. But having another city over there seems a bit attractive. But I want this area too, so we can have this, and then finish the war down here. We can knock him out already, so let's start negotiations with... That country is going to be the first to fall. I have medium enthusiasm though. Oh, yeah, they're separate. But it's not until next year. Well, we have to fully occupy that territory too, if we want to get up there. So maybe Saguntia may have to go. Nope, not possible. Okay, so I guess we keep fighting then. Maybe just get this one more piece of land and then we shall have it. Can't go up there, zone of control. Got a dent on there. And this fort. Alright, now scatter. With me, mercenaries. This is the deadliest war involving Massalia yet. Thanks to the Gallic allies. Our food reserves are good. That is Spartacus family. Barbarians. Barbarians at the gates. They're coming on down here. This is bad timing. Go deal with these pirates. Alright, we can move up here. To Denton. Head to here. We'll fix the ships here. How much would I pay for these barbarians to tell them to get off my land? Create tribal vassal. Well, that would separate us from that. Right. How much would I tell you to get off our land? That won't be possible. What, create a tribal vassal out of this land? Yeah, but the problem is that it's going to take them time. And they don't have free reign there. So we'll be willing to use this army to fight the barbarians, but with them, well, risky. Especially that they've been taking the bulk of the fighting. We need to get this fort down, that this country's finished. We know this one is. Yes, we have occupied all their lands there. So this one's going to be first to fall. How many their cohorts are left? 5, so... Yes, they're linked with this army, so... Yeah, this is going to be a first step to, you know, get rid of some of their allies. Even though this is not a Greek port, but it has a city. Even though I would much prefer to, you know, do a little skipping. But... Gee, so many damn pirates out there. Now they're going to be heading to the fort. Won't have enough supply. This will take time for them to bring it down. It's okay. You're out of the war. Land is ours, even though this is not the exact territory that I wanted, but we'll take it. Lower the aggressive expansion. Don't want to have too much of it. So now this is part of Massalia territory. Yeah, that's going to be a problem with an isolated province. Do not worry, we will link up with them. We just have to get rid of these guys too. Move up a bit. Abundant produce. Provincial officials of Alps Maritime report that the district has seen an unprecedented harvest this year, with great jubilations for the meta being held in settlements large and small. These extra unexpected revenues could help bolster the food reserves of the province, but again, such a gift from the gods surely to attend to benefit the entire Massalia people. The surplus will be put to good use. Maybe I could pay off these mercenaries to tell them to get the heck out of my land. One would think. Or just to keep the war going. Don't worry. We know where we'll get our money. As we said before, get off my land. And stay out. If the mercenaries go rogue, then... Herophilos the Iberian, he calls himself. Just wait a moment. Okay, right now, to this area. Remember, most of their troops are up there, don't want to go down south yet. Just wait for it. Okay. Watch it. We'll be behind you to fight another big battle. Now it's a total victory for that as well. So they're out. Got another one of the objectives. And these people up there, they're next. Salaris is the name instead of Dertosa. Lars is the Greek name. Yeah, there's a pirate port here. It's a pirate haven. Wretched hive of scum and villainy here. Yeah, we'll get rid of them soon enough. And you know, since we control this coast, then we might as well get them too. Oh, we'll get all of them then. Abolish the entire damn league. Oh yeah, they're on the run now. Metro Xenophid. Oh yeah, that guy. Man, the Senate is really behind us. Didn't realize it. Well, we got lots of food here. I'll be sure to take down those few forts for future reference. Once this northern front is stabilized. No, we got it. Stop. We got a new import, thanks to the growing number of nobles and citizens. Yeah. Unhappy slaves. Hopefully we'll have something for them. But be careful of what you're going to spend. How do we not have olives? They're out of here. I got something for you. I need you to go take that area too, because that's part of the main objective. We'll take our time to march there. It seems they want to have this area back. Y'all haven't fought in a while. Now go kick them out of there and take that out of us. So we can have all of Constantinople. That's the main objective. Yeah, it seems isolated provinces is not a good idea. I mean, look at this, for example. Well, not quite. Okay, this is what we're saving up for. Arms for hire. It's just to up the morale of armies more in, and it's going to be less expensive to recruit mercenaries. Yeah, we always need more morale in our armies. And once this war's over, I'm definitely paying those mercenaries off, which... Well, yeah, we'll deal with the maintenance. Lower the fleet maintenance. Slow it down. Don't lower the fort maintenance yet. Just when we get that too. Yeah, that helps even more. The Navy Army maintenance costs increase. But discipline is very good. If we can afford it. Okay, just trim it down on the number of Liburnians that y'all have. Because we've been getting too many of those lately. Just disband them. This is just for cost cutting, so we can up the balance a little. Like 5 more. See, it helps a little. Slow it down. 40 ships is ideal. Even though I would prefer 30, no, 20 Liburnians and 20 triremes, ideally. That's what I would have. Yes, yes, yes. Anything to do for the commerce. Kill them all. And that ours will soon be ours, thus taking the main objective. While we take care of all the other ones out of the war. Rome has a claim to province of Alps Maritime? What? You threaten us. And they have enough money to have mercenaries for themselves. And they got ships to boot. Whereas Carthage has none. We were once friends, Rome. I don't know what you got yourself into. But you're making a big mistake. They're not with the Romans. In fact, after this war, we're going to become a major power. At this rate. Now we're making coin. Alright, they're gone. Alright, we got the northern front stabilized and take that fort down. We'll take a few rests now. Keep this fort here, keep that in bordering with them. That time stays. There. We'll be on our way to take care of the rest of them. So we can get them too. And then this area finally. We could finish the damn war. But we will ignore them, they're just a tiny country. And Bellia too, they're also a war of us, we're ignoring them. Just only the coastal areas that are relevant. Don't need to take this fort. They'll live. Isn't he the No, that's Menelaus. Great, the guy with no surname is a potential candidate as well. None of these Xenophids, though. Gee, 9 years old and already got a lot of finesse. Okay, this is where we have to end hostilities, because I want to take this area too because it's sake for the city there. And that area as well. So, get rid of them both. Editania is finished. And as a result, we are now a major power. Same. Oh yes, we have more capital import routes, integrate speed a little faster, another diplomatic relations, more monthly political influence, less war score cost, even more diplomatic range, hopefully more trading partners. But threshold for civil war increases, and so is the warranties and whatnot. And costs less to change governor policies. Remember, that was the relevant objective that we wanted to take. Not to all this. Because, you know, there's a scorpion there. Which you don't want to integrate them one day. Gee, I don't know, having all this just to finish them off for good. My goodness, the aggressive expansion would just be so high that, I mean, this fort is on the verge of falling. But again, no interest in these areas. But it all depends on the trade goods, of course. We haven't paid attention to what we've got now. Bunch of olives, that's good for slave happiness. If we want to import that stuff, we'll be sure to get rid of the pirate havens. There's some grain up here. Vegetables, oh. Actually, that's good land. We'll take that. Finish the siege. Take the rest of them. Get more olives. Yes, from there. That'll up the slave happiness throughout the country. More territory. Definitely manpower recovery rate. It is done. Did I? Yes, that's enough. Whew. Do not go to war again. Just defend your gains. And we're threatened by Roman ambition. Because Rome and their tribes and their subjects, they may all come at us one time. So they want Ops Maritime. And if we ever make a lot of money, we gotta build a coastal highway. As in the road. From Antipolis, Massalia, all the way to there. Well, Memnon achieved more than his father did in terms of expanding territory. This was the biggest expansion yet. And remember, next target, them. They're next. Where the scorpion stays. Right, as the forts. Take this down. This is also unnecessary because of the scorpion there. Same for this. And that. They can, like if they ever attack this growing power, They can ravage the countryside while we mobilize. And this here, I think we'll keep. What, man? Did quite of an expansion. And also want to pay off the mercenaries finally, so we have to pay them 76 gold as a way of saying thank you for service. And that's how much they has. 12 of their cohorts, and we'll have to pay them. And anyone else can now hire them. Yes. Thank you. So now we start making a lot of money. More than ever. And I think the road building option might be really possible. From there to Carchedon. I'll return to Massalia. We'll stay here. Too bad I could never hold, and I could stand my own about them. Too bad that could never happen. Hold triumph of myself as a way of boosting my own ego. And most importantly, mission complete on the Massalian coast. The recent acquisition of new trading posts along the Mediterranean coast has voided the aspirations of Desecrates, who is long past, who is much pleased by increased revenues. Yes, he's looking down on us from heaven. He's looking down on us. And he says, yes, I'm very pleased with the revenues that Massalia is earning. The outposts of the Eastern Iberian Coast will ensure Hellenic influence in the area and a strong trading network. Things are turning around. And thankfully, Memnon has the charisma and 50 gold, which I think we need to save up a little more, because the local tribes have always been willing to allow the settlement of Greeks on the coast, as long as they did not interfere in their business. Oh, we did interfere, all right. Only too willing to gain access to the rich goods we import from elsewhere. We'll check that back a little later. No decisions regarding the Iberian coastal provinces. So it's the biggest expansion ever, but unfortunately, stability is going to be on a free fall, which we may have to make some sacrifices soon. Well, boys, I think we should start road building soon. You take Massalia, we'll take Carchedon, coast to coast. And now that we freed up another part of the diplomatic slot, I don't think they'll accept it because of our recent aggressive expansion and conflicting interests. Really, Rome betrayed Syracuse. Maybe that's why Rome has something against us. Because of our alliance with our fellow Greeks, Syracuse. And we know Rome will stop at nothing to expand anywhere, from Iberia to Greece, and apparently to here as well. Where did he get the elephants from? Tadla. Tadla. Oh, the remnant. You know, knowing them, like if we ever fight against Carthaginians, maybe we can use you. If you can bring more elephants. Fortunately, we have iron now. We don't need to import from one of the trade goods that we got. Really, we don't have a surplus of salt? Gee. It's like makes me wanna, you know. If we ever have salt around here, we should import it. So we've taken the coastal areas, and they say this area will assimilate faster. Not quite. You know, there's no cities here. So if we were to build one, it'll be right here. It's a home of a holy site. At least we're able to connect both of them. And soon we may have to appoint another governor once we go over there. Ah, yes, I remember another thing that we have to do. It's those pirate havens. Get rid of them. They've been living here for long. Let us go root out some pirates. What the hell are we going to import? We already got the wine. The food is good. Hey, this may sound like a crazy idea, but no, we won't ally with them, despite the trade relations. How much is this going to cost? Ooh. I really need the discipline if we want to fight like the Romans do. They're known for their discipline. They do approve of the Massalian reconquest. Do you really want to do that? Ask Rome to improve relations? Because that's just like saying, you want to improve relations? That's war! This is why we cannot go to war again. Because we may have increased our manpower, but our economy is strong. Stronger than before. Okay, after we get rid of those pirates, then, that might be prisoners. Keep the stability up because of that aggressive expansion. Which, by the way, switch to appeasing stance. Need to get rid of that faster. Otherwise, that subject ain't gonna be happy with us. Which they are. Okay. Root out pirates. Even though this is just a settlement. So piracy is a scourge upon our land. We must do our duty for the good of the civilized world and eradicate this plague upon our coasts. Did we root them out? Are they gone? Yes. Anyways, get back to your post at Kakadon. It'll be a great and grand city, you know, one day. If we were to expand the heavily fortified country. You know, if we were to get all of this. That's all they have. Just grain. I mean, besides the food, but it's not much. But hey, at least there's mercenaries to hide all along the coast. Let's put our trust in him. He may become more ambitious. He's a war hero, you know. Triumph for a self-made man. So, that means you could be removed commander and gain trait of victorious or conqueror. How much loyal cohorts does he have? 10. It's only for political influence. It ain't gonna cost you money. But at least you get approval from Democrats. Which they still appreciate of what we do here. Hell, everybody does approve. Anyways, we're just very happy that we were able to set out what we achieved. But remember, you're next. Once the aggressive expansion goes all the way down, and the manpower is good. Have a look at these cities. We haven't looked at those in a bit. Switch that. And go for harsh treatment. I know it costs a bit of tuning to do that. Okay, you may want to check all the ones going down. The one's going down a bit. This one goes down a bit faster. This one's going down way faster. Switch that. It adds a bit of provincial loyalty, but isn't there other ones that adds up provincial loyalty? I guess it's the best way. Well, we're a major power now. Never thought I would see that Massalia become a major power. Which lowers the provincial loyalty, unfortunately. Return to Massalia. We'll ask whoever's got the Greek ports to, you know, just say, give it to us. Because we're about to spend some money on that. Wherever they come from, we'll be watching you. In position. Alright. Remember, this is why Memnon exists. Let him do some politicking. So any port within the control region, southern Gaul or eastern Iberia is owned by a tribal, non-Hellenistic country who we are at peace with and has over minus 50 opinion of us. So we may purchase a port from them. Shopping around. Desecrates, who speaks to us from the dead again, is organizing merchant parties to survey from various barbarian cities, assessing their value and their current holders' ability. Look, he's been dead since 494. Which you could take a guess what year was it exactly. He gave in to frailty. That man was a narrow-minded sea dog who was weak-willed, frail, devout, and gouty, which is how he died. So, get on with it. Archon Memnon will commence appraising barbarian-held ports. Remember, I'm the one with the silver tongue. I could make things right. So all we have to do is just get more ports that are of a Hellenistic culture. So we have to focus on cultural assimilation in all of our cities, especially along the coasts. Oh, don't send the governor, he's doing alright. Renos. He'll do, the young man. Barbarian bartering, Xenon Havens. The merchants sent by Tessocrates from the dead have returned with a list of possible harbors we may be able to purchase the use of. They also indicate what we need to offer, what the current owner's appetite is, if possible at all. Huh? Okay, where's these two areas? Palatus Portus? That's, ooh, way over there. Okay. And, Osanova. Osanova is down there. A little closer. It's all by those same people. So we'll take a closer one because it makes sense and we could use it as a staging area to head to this area. So we hear good things about Senate and Osanova. The chance of acceptance is affected by the charisma of Tessocrates of the dead, relative value report, and diplomatic opinion. They are unlikely to accept because, well, the old bag of bones is dead. We'll get a claim of that port and the whole thing. What say you? Because, well, the ideas that we got from him is from a dead man. Negotiations, the merchant sent by Tessocrates, all filled of the dead, to negotiate with Senetia, have returned with a flat refusal from the barbarian chiefess. The latter claims that the land is ancient territory of the Senetian people and is worth far more than any shiny trinkets. We have other, bloodier means. Now we have a claim on you. But that's far, far in the future. Well, it's road building time. There you go. Okay. All the way to there. And then make it down towards Massalia, then to Antipolis. That's the amount that we're going to build. And yes, it'll go through subject countries thanks to the recent update. Thank you. It's going to be a long process, but the road building takes 3 months. And it'll definitely pay for itself. So get to work. Memnon's putting them into work. Now we could focus on other things in the meantime. Switch to culture assimilation. Because I definitely need this area to become Massalian. Warrior's honor. The battle-hardened soldiers on the Mercenaries and Iberian for mighty acts of valor. Its act of benevolence crushed mercy to institute a particular form of service award unique to his army. He would take great offense if he denied his honor, but might wish to be covered by giving him too much autonomy. Oh, just give it to him. So maybe we should just hold a triumph, just keep him loyal to us. I mean, of course it'll take him off command. I mean, he is victorious. Can we put you back into command? Oh, no. I remember. Just wait 1 year and he'll be back in. Now, as for me, still widely popular. as I'm getting more and more lower cohorts for myself. And I've acquired 4 holdings for myself, without corruption. So I have enough to pay all the lower cohorts. You should see too that you get yourself a treatment. Yeah. Till next August, we'll put that man back in the army. Just get the money because we're using it to build a road. And build some theaters. 3 of them. And a tax office. We're trying to add more to the cultural assimilation because of Hellenic ports that are needed. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 out of 8. Yeah, start importing stuff from all the other places. And if their city buildings aren't already built, then we'll work on it. Have another. How many Massalians here? Another theater, another temple. Again, we want to make everything, you know, just Hellenize the whole region. Perhaps cultural assimilation here too. Well, be careful with that. So we're now trying to Hellenize all the ports. And 2 more theaters, and that's that. Hey, wait a minute. Oh dear. Because of the units here. Get out of here. Scram. You're taking up the food here. You could barely hold out. That's the reason why the colonies were trying to get these people to move somewhere else. And of course, addressing the Roman threat, possibility of it. Oh yes, and who could forget this area? There's no theater. I mean, we moved a bunch of Alluvian people to here, but it would be better off if it was Massalian as well. Well, we can't afford that right now. We could barely afford road building, which we may have to take a pause on that. It's going to take a while for Western trade before, you know, we continue to advance to somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's not August yet. Just wait. We'll put him back in the army. Hey, come on, start making 20 gold again. So it can definitely pay for itself. If not, we're in trouble. Financially, because of the damn road building thing. Stop. Stop. Barely. Why we're not utilizing all the import value? Well, just start saving up money. When you get more theaters, at least the local integrated culture happiness will be happy. Particularly Massalians that we're trying to move into there. And where are we on this thing? Colonial occupation. Is there where we could stop that? I mean, we did tell them to move over there. I mean, we know it's Massalian majority now, but maybe once they're all gone, at least in that piece of territory, then we got it. I guess it's a pretty simple process. Once you get up to at least 200 gold again, then continue the road building. "59 years old is Memnon. And no more disloyal characters. They finally came around now. Yeah, why the hell not? For approval. Wait a minute, where? Because that name is curious. Must it? Yes. Yes, that area. For free. Don't need to fabricate that. We stand with Menelaus at the traditionalist Tabastania. Oh, does that sound familiar? Memnon, Menelaus, Agamemnon. Get it? Now we're coming around. Near 100% approval. This is just grand. Of course, we can't please everybody, but we're trying to Hellenize the ports. If only we do the same for that one, too. That we may need. So, wants to become a politician, just like me. Artemidoros, named after, the first great Archon. I guess I could consider myself as great. A great politician, and expansion has expanded way more than my father did. Made Massalia into a major power. In which we're trying to form the Phocian League one day. Yeah, they knew what we're up to. Depending on who you believe. Or read. Rome is going to Macedonia. So they're going east, while we're going west, trying to get away from Rome, one would think. colonize these areas even. We may have to go all the way over there. That's what could happen one day. Yes. Yeah, we don't have the income like we used to. One would think we could be earning more, but ideally those areas we conquered is just too unsettled territory. I would love to have more cities. And to deal with the last of the pirates when we go further down this way. Alright, get back to work. Remember your destination. Back to work, you slackers. Industrious folk of Emporium exile themselves, contributing their own personal funds to develop the infrastructure of a fine city. Hope this attitude will be mirrored by our less loyal subjects. Huh. Wonderful. Give them another granary. Now they got 2 of them. Of course, I just remembered. Yes. My hero. So for now, like as we will end this episode soon, even when the road building continues, the only thing is for certain is that now we have a process of Hellenization of the coast. This extremely extended Massalian coast, from Gaul to Eastern Iberia, and we may go south Iberia to there as well, and even possibly through there, and even all the way to there, in Olesepa, where we can, extend further trade further away than one can even imagine, especially that we're a major power now. It's a new world out there. Everybody talks about how great the East is, and yet not enough talk about the West. We've gone further than any Greek, although their forebearers, the forefathers, may have gone far as this way, but never before. Again, just wanted to keep an eye on the child. Just lower the aggressive expansion and we'll be fine. And it's good to know that Rome's going somewhere. Pella going. Alexandros murdered. Who murdered him? Spartacus. How dare you? I ought to bring you to trial for this if I had my druthers. Or I could just simply persuade him and never do that sort of thing again. Because I have a way with words. The governor. He's loyal but unhealthy. So I'll just side with him. He's kin. He's of a traditionalist. But I'm not going to give him that job. It should be somebody more suitably skilled for it. Need more food. That'll slow it down. city is still overwhelmingly Massalian, while Illuvian is the biggest minority in the city. Well, there. An Assyrian Zoroastrian runs the Persian Empire. What's going on over there? We'll end this episode right this moment, because I feel it's the goodest time as any to well, keep road building. Just finish this one section of road, then we'll stop right here. There, stop, because we have to save up money before we continue on the road building. So we're gonna stop this episode right here, and I want to look at something real quick. Besides, what's going on in the Eastern world that we have not been paying attention to? Other than the Antigonid Kingdom is on the verge of becoming a great power, especially after this next war. Maybe there could be the counter against Roman aggression, which Rome does have a cash spell against the Antigonid Kingdom. While the Persian Empire is ran by Assyrians, and it's a stratocratic monarchy. They overthrow the Seleucids. Maurya is obviously the biggest power of India. The Tokharian Shola, it has grown considerably, but ultimately Rome is number one on the score, and we're catching up, because we were a much smaller country than Rome is at the beginning, on the starting situation divider. Not to mention their population's more happier, since they live in a land full of Italics, while, well, we are the minority in a foreign land, which we are expanding, and trying to Hellenize the region at the same time. So our road building project will continue, and then the expansion to Titania. That's what's coming up next for the near future of Massalia. To eventually form the Phocian League, I think it may become a real possibility for that happening. So we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next. But until then, so long for now.